Good morning. Ah. Test, test. All right. Yeah. I've been falling asleep on my couch and my back is all twisted up. But it's Friday, we're gonna work out in. I got like one chunk of cat hair flying around the room like a damn grocery bag. I weighed in 257.1 this morning, a new low for the year. We're getting down there. Slow and steady. Just staying consistent with it. That's all I gotta do. I think adding calisthenics in and stretching is definitely a good addition. Stretch before I do weights. Before I took my little 11-day hiatus, my legs were like so locked up. They were like so tight. I've never had my quads feeling so tight before, which isn't a good thing. Where it's like, when your muscles are like so tight and they just will not chill out. And stretching would help, I feel like, but we're still. But now it's like back to normal, right? Everything back to normal. Sometimes you just gotta pump the brakes and be like, all right, I need to chill. If my legs are always feeling locked up, I gotta take a break. Which, when you're on a streak, you don't want to take a break. It's like so counterintuitive. I've already built up this routine. Hey, Jack, good morning. Thank you for all the likes. But sometimes that's what you need to do. You know, just work on something else.
Official said, Jason, I got a fresh joke straight off the dome.
Oh, I've been looking forward to it. Break it down for me, Bulk. Hey, what's up, Jack? Yeah. I quit my job. I immediately went up north for like a week. And then I came back and I was still like doing a lot of little odd things, you know, fixing up the house and stuff. But now I'm back. We're back to a regular schedule. I had a bit of a hiatus. I was kind of like, I gotta get back sooner than later, or who knows how long. Everything's gonna revert. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, feels good. My job was like my
Marvel
number one
fan
source
that
of
traveled
anxiety.
to Switzerland because he confused Geneva Convention with Comic-Con.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah, that's got a lot of potential, Bulk. A lot of superheroes dressed up at the Geneva Convention, and then a bunch of bureaucrats at the Comic-Con. It's a good twofer. You get 2 sight gags. Hey, thank you, Jack. Thank you for the heart. I wish these shows had like especially shows like Family Guy or something. Like, I wish they just had emails where you could just email in a sketch and get a writer credit or something. Shows that just like chain gun through jokes, like that is a good Family Guy joke. If it hasn't been done already. I don't mean to discredit it. I mean, they do like nice quick cutaway. It could be for another show. Instead, people just steal. You know, you try to join the writers team.
You've done a stand-up and even had an internet sketch show, so technically you're a comedian.
Yeah, I could consider myself a comedian. Yeah, I'm regularly on stage and at comedy clubs. I don't feel good enough to tour.
How do you come to terms with jokes not landing?
How do you come to terms with jokes not landing? It's kind of like some audiences are just not paying attention. You know, throw out wild things and see if the audience reacts at all, like even a boo. If they only react to something like where you're trying to get their goat, write that one off. Those, I don't know what's going on, but that's like when shows are at like a sports bar and the game is on, or you cannot. It's nice when you can pull them away and get them to laugh, but it's such a wildly anti-joke environment that you can't really judge the audience's reaction because they're not really paying attention. Andrew, Mr. Duck, thank you for the follow. When a joke lands and people are paying attention, then you have an existential crisis. The joke is funny.
My philosophy
Trust
is,
your gut.
every joke has right to be said, even the very bad ones, so some of my material is straight dookie.
It usually involves like tidying it up or rephrasing. Like if people don't laugh, they really just don't understand, or they understand but just don't think it's funny. I would say 90% of the time, I just like, was that a joke? Like, what was the joke? You just said words. Like there wasn't even a pun or nothing. Every joke has the right to be said. Yeah, I'm down. So some of my material is straight dookie. Go to any open mic. You'll just see where things start. You know, you just have a bunch of dissident things written down on a piece of paper that you keep in your pocket. The stuff that makes it to specials, The things that make it that
I
float
like
to
to
the
do
top
funny
are everything
Photoshop
that
edits
lands.
of movie posters,
That's the only
and
deciding factor. Is
sometimes I
the
get
audience
to half of
reacting
it
to
and
this? Do I
think
believe
that's
in it?
barely funny.
Oh, I would love to see drop some of those in the Discord.
But still pull through or
But still pull through. I love funny edits of movie posters. I had a friend, Aaron Johnstone. He does big Velcro. He does Walk News. He makes. He was like commissioning over COVID, like funny movie posters. And I had him make like a Shia LaBeouf one, but it was the Dune poster, and it was just a bunch of images of Shia LaBeouf. It's pretty funny. I think we might have shown it on stream. If not, I'll drop it in the Discord. It makes me smile. It's so stupid. Shia LaBeouf wasn't in Dune. There's no joke connecting the two, but it's just so weird.
Unfortunately, my edits are for highly specific audiences, like you need to know fighting game lore for some or niche community members.
You'd be surprised. I think people could get stuff more than you give it credit for. It does hurt. It hurts the ego really bad. Even for top people. Like to do a show and not kill with anything. Not even just kill. If you just don't get a laugh, like a lot of corporate events.
Actually, I had one pretty
weird.
good around time of the first Sonic poster.
Oh, yeah? What'd you do for the Sonic poster? A lot of corporate events, it's like, why did you bring a comedian to this? This is where comedy comes to die. Like a bunch of executives that just want to get drunk
on Discord
and hit on their coworkers. It's like, why am I here? I think the best set you could possibly have at one of those things is, all right, I was brought here for comedy, but I'm just going to let you guys get back to drinking. Everyone would like stand up and clap or fall down and clap. Then you go, I performed. I saved you the hassle of being ridiculed at the office for hiring a comedian for this. It's usually the person planning it was like, I like comedians. Oh, this person's funny. I'm not even going to watch their set. I'm just going to trust that the numbers tell the truth. Recipe for failure every time. All right, 3 more minutes on the bike, and then we'll stretch. We'll do some calisthenics. Then we'll lift some weights. Full ass workout. Now the only thing I'm ignoring is my chest. Everything else I'm trying to cover a little bit. Maybe that'll be one of the things I do. Is a seated dumbbell chest press. Hecklers are one thing. If you normally acknowledge them, they'll kind of shut up. There's some hecklers that like to double down. And they think they're part of the show. The worst heckler is the one that thinks they're adding to the show. Like if you post a lot of crowd work clips online, you're asking for some weirdos. But if you say, hey, I'm going to set some time at the end of the show, you could shout out stuff. But please don't do it during the show. That's a good catch-all, because then they can like build it up. It's usually the same crap, but at least everyone's shouting stuff out so you can drown them out if it's like completely nonsensical. I think worse than that is though, like, I don't know. Yeah, the silent laughers. The people that think you're funny but don't laugh. They just go, It's just crickets the whole time. And then they come up after the show and they go, that was really funny. I go, you didn't show it. That is really confusing. It's like, okay, now I'm in an extra weird place. Are they telling me that because the show went so poorly, or do they actually think that? And I genuinely think that they actually think that. They just, you know, you need it sometimes to get a crowd warmed up. I mean, this is why you do warm-up acts. You need an excuse to laugh. You need something where everyone's just like, ha, ha, ha. Because laughing alone is kind of like, you know, you're facing the crowd, you're highlighting yourself. And if everyone else is silent, it's kind of like, oh, I'm embarrassed. I laughed at that. What's wrong with me? No one else laughed at that. Was that not funny? Now you're getting in your head. My man, what's good? Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Good morning. We weighed in at 257.1, a new low for the year. So, it's good stuff, you know. It just goes to show, you know, even if you take a little bit of a hiatus, get right back to it. Get right back to it. The weight will come off again. All right. Let's do some stretching. Then we'll do some calisthenics. Then we'll do some weightlifting. Woo. That's why I tell clients, just get back on the plan, no extremes. Yes, you don't got to beat yourself up. All you got to do is just keep doing what you were doing. It ain't rocket science. It's like calories in, calories out. You're burning more calories when you do this. You're not burning any calories when you don't. Easy peasy. You miss a week, you miss 11 days, like me, as long as you get back on it.
Well, you do burn just by existing.
That's true. You do have like a daily burn rate. Every once in a while, you need a good mental break. All good. Yes, for sure. Oh, hey, what's up, W? There's a boycott? What's going on? I had no idea. All right, let's stretch it out.
What did they do this time?
Yeah, what did they do this time? Should I be boycotting? How bad is it? Just stretching it out here. Arms across, arms over the head. Just counting 10 in my head. Do a little windmills. Backwards windmills. Get the neck. Other way. Woo! Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, I hate that. And especially because it like disproportionately affects people. Like, all right, stretch my other leg. Have you ever gotten your
Hey, yeah,
testosterone checked?
they ask for
I don't
your
think so. I
YouTube
don't think I have
listens
a
over
problem
in
with it,
Britain
though.
now.
Why is that? What would getting my testosterone check do? I think excessive testosterone, you would see like I would have hair loss or something. Uh, I don't know. There's a couple different signs of excess testosterone. Always good to check it. If it's off balance or too low, it can affect many aspects of life. I'm feeling pretty good, and the weight's coming off, so I don't think I need to. But good to keep in mind that that's a thing to stay on top of. Oh, that's crazy, W. Because I know people that are older than me that look like they're teenagers.
Twitch doesn't even need AI. If you ever say that you're underage in Twitch chat, they fucking ban you.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's one of those problems. All right. Yeah, censoring and access is like two of the hard. It's just like so labor intensive to do. It's just basically a Sisyphus task, like to do by human. But what I think should happen is it goes. It's easy. It's an easy problem to solve. Use AI. Use it to moderate, but put it into a queue and have humans review that. That is a tackleable task. When AI flags a bunch of things, that is a human level doable thing to moderate. You can't moderate every comment, every video, but you can have AI scrape all that stuff. But just don't. What people hate is when AI just reacts, like no human intervenes, and someone's channel gets taken down, or someone's video gets taken down, or someone's account gets banned. That is bullshit. If it gets to that level of thing where you need to do, then you gotta have a human step in. It's just have a way to mass do it. If it's like a series of accounts and they're all like, giraffe dancing 1 through 1,000 or something. Yeah, ban all of those. Sure, right click. If that's against your policy, no giraffes dancing on our website. Whatever, mass ban those accounts. Oh, nice. Hey, Carson. You love me so much. You're back every time. It's okay, man. Yeah, I'm 257 right now. I'm at the lowest I've been for the year. I'm making it work for my life. I appreciate you coming in every morning and hate watching. Are you really trying to encourage me? I don't know, but a view is a view, in my opinion. So thank you, Carson. Thanks. All right, let's get to sit-ups, push-ups, plank. I need to make sure I wiped myself down after the plank. I keep slipping and sliding. So maybe I'll plank first. Why not? When I'm less sweatiest. All right, I'll plank first. We're changing it the hell up. Why not? I want to try to get a longer and longer plank. And I always used to save plank for the end. I don't know why my trainer did that. But maybe I'll find out. Who knows? I'll plank at the beginning of the workout. Let's see what happens. All right. Plank, sit-ups, push-ups. Let's try to get this. A little better angle. Can you see the mat? Yeah, you can see that. Can you see the TV? No, wait. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the background there. All right. Here we go. Setting the timer. All right. Plank for as long as I can. If I'm plank for the next 24 hours, call the news. Let them know. All right. And go. Butt down. Keeping the butt down. All right, it's almost 30 seconds. We're doing good. Just keep breathing. We got this. We got this. Maybe we can make it to 2 minutes today. Just got to keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Minute 24. That's not too bad. Much better than 45 seconds like I was doing earlier this week. Okay. We're building back up. You know, just if you suck at planking, just plank more. Easy solution. All right, here we go. Sit-ups, push-ups. All right, here we go. 15-15. I can't do all the push-ups, so I'll just finish from kneeling. Or, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come on. 14. 15. Woo! All right. Push-ups time. Woo! All right, push-ups, and then we'll get into some weightlifting here. Actually, I think we'll try weightlifting with the 35s here. Try some chest exercises. I've been ignoring my chest a bunch. All right, push-ups. I can only do 3, damn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. Woo! Oh my God. All right. We'll do some chest presses from the ground here. Woo! Oh boy. Take a little rest here. Oh shit. Get the heart rate down. And then get into some weightlifting. We'll do a lying down barbell press. So it's just like, you know, working the bench, but working it from the floor. Should I try with 35s? No. No. We'll do it for 20s. I considered it. I just don't think I'd be able to do a full set. All about, you know, good sets, good form. You know, we'll build up to the weights. We'll build up to lifting crazy amounts. But you just got to start working on your form, going through the motions. It's boring. It's stupid. As long as you're getting the burn in, you're doing it. You know, don't... a lot of injuries happen from people just trying to do way too much too fast. You know, I think the worst thing is like being at the gym. You get that peer pressure to like lift way more than you're capable of. Just people are cheering you on and like, oh, okay. You're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'll lift all these plates like I've never done before, but I'll do it because there's an audience. And then you end up snapping something, tearing something. And you're like, why did I let my pride? I've never done that before. I don't know. So just take it easy. You know what? Nothing's worse than you just like injuring yourself. You'll be like, I'm taking the plates off. I can't do it. You know. It's different if you like you can do it. Like if you slowly work up and you never go up, you're like, you could go up a little then. That makes sense. But when you try to like double the weight you've ever done in your life in front of a crowd, then it's a little bit too insane. A lot of people got something to prove. Or maybe it's like a reality check. You're like, I think I can. And then you get hit with a hard dose of reality when you like tear a fibula or something. I don't know. You're like, I guess I'm only human. I thought everyone, I think, you know, before you get in a fight or before you lift weights or before, you know, you kind of as a child have the I don't know. You think
Seeing
you can
how
like
we're
lift
in
a
full
car
bringing
off of
back old
somebody.
slop like air, but I think I found a thing that will be good to bring back.
Oh yeah, what's an old thing to bring back? I mean, they're already bringing Airbud back. That's insane. You're just reminding us all that every animal film we've ever watched, the animals are all dead. Even Air Buddies. All right, here we go. From
Dinosaur
the ground.
sitcom, keeping the continuity where the last episode is the meteor hitting them.
Oh, that's amazing. And they survive, and now it's just like a winter fishing show. Ice fishing with the dinosaurs. One, two, three, four.
It's a post-apocalyptic drama, but the baby is still annoying comedic relief.
7. The baby's still a baby because dinosaurs age slower or something. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo. What a weird show. Not the mama hitting the dad in the head with a frying pan. Sinclair. But man, I thought, and you know, that show is so impressive that all these years later, it's still like super impressive that they just put that much effort into a sitcom. Of all things, you know, who cares if it's always in the living room or the, you know, whatever sets they built. Like that was impressive as hell. I would love to see a documentary on how Dinosaurs was made. I think I've seen a couple behind the scenes footage of like people in the suits, and the suits are massive. All the more impressive. Still looks amazing.
Post-Alf
Nothing even
timeline is a
remotely
fucked
looks
up
close
thing.
to it. Post-Alf timeline is, yeah. Man, Paul Fusco is just such an asshole. Alf sucked. The show was weird. I don't know what they were going for. Everyone was unlikable. The kids were basically furniture except for Lynn. Alf had a creepy relationship with Lynn. Yeah. He just... Every episode of Alf is like a hell nightmare because he doesn't learn anything. You know, the family's just like, we forgive you, Alf. You learned your lesson. He's like, no, I didn't. Oh, okay. He crashed a Camaro into the garage. He went on a bender and like ate a tiger at the zoo, possibly.
I loved Alf before I watched a Singe episode because I was a stupid child.
Yeah. Same, yeah. You know, Alf and Pog form from The Simpsons. Alf was like pop culture ether. You know, they advertised the hell out of him. He did lots of crossovers and weird drug PSAs. So, But man, yeah, over lockdown, me and Ellen watched that show for the first time. I was like, I think I like Elf. I don't remember watching any episodes, but and we watched it, and it was
But then
such
I
a
learned that he eats cats, and thus I realized that I shouldn't idolize my heroes.
yeah, yeah. That's such a weird thing that they never, he's always trying to eat the house cat. He presumably eats a lot of stray cats. What a weird thing to do. Yeah, this lovable thing that everybody, a lot of pet owners probably hated that. I don't know. Who knows? A lot of strange decisions. I'd say it's not a funny watch. It's a interesting watch. It's like an anthropological discovery. Like if you could see what people were like 1,000 years ago, I feel like Alf is that for the time period. It is very 80s, 90s. I think it's just 80s, but it's 80s as hell. And also, it's just bizarre. There's an episode where he loses a baby potentially in a hole, and they're playing like a laugh track at this. This is just like, if you just change the music of some of the Alf episodes.
Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch clears Alf as far as puppet sitcom characters
Oh,
go.
you know what? Yeah, that's a good one. Salem it was pretty animated. Yeah. Yeah, nothing will beat dinosaurs though. All right, round 2 here. Here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12. All right, I think we can put things back here. Lift the rest of the weights from standing. Woo!
Oh Jason, yesterday after the Monkey Cinematic Universe I went to that movie wiki page. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were talking about that. Oh, we got a bot. And now the bot's gone.
So the Better Man movie bombed horrifically.
Yes. It looked kind of interesting, but it was just kind of I just didn't know what was going on. All right, bicep curls, triceps, rows, and then we'll be done. So maybe not all of that. We'll see. Also, it's insane that every movie has a wiki page now.
And apparently the only reason he's a monkey because Robbie Williams is not popular in US.
That is hilarious reason. That's why they chose to do a ton of CGI. That's really weird. So does the movie acknowledge that he's a
And
monkey?
they hoped that hoping the film would resonate with American audiences if he was monkey.
That's very funny. That is a committee of people convincing each other of. This is why you need like one person. You know, one person's vision is clear, it's focused. It might be a little weird, but it'll be fleshed out. When you get a committee of executives and music people and someone who thinks that a monkey is more famous than a person from the UK, you know, then you get into this delirium circle and you get Better Man, I guess. It's just so funny. We're so stupid sometimes as a species. It's just embarrassing sometimes. But it's funny to look at. It's not me. It's like when you see someone like step in a puddle and it's like 8 feet deep instead of a couple inches, and you go, "You idiot!" But like I would have done the same thing. Anyway. All right, bicep curls. One, two, three, four, five. So, does being a monkey have anything to do with Better Man? 6. Is it just about this singer? 6. I'm so confused. 7. Is he equating being a UK man in the America to being an ape?
According to Google AI, they don't acknowledge it in the movie,
8.
but I don't trust it.
9. 10. I saw recently someone trusted Google AI to be like, oh, do I need a passport to get into this country? And then they got turned around. 11.
Can't really get that info.
12.
Nobody watched the damn movie.
Wow, that's funny. Rest for a little bit, and then another set. Yeah, I mean, that's just an insane. Also, I get it though, because Google searches used to be trustworthy. Now it's the AI. It's been replaced by the AI summarization. So I don't feel too bad for those people. Although, come on, it's like easy to call or look at the consulate or double check, especially when you're dealing with passport stuff. The woman was like in tears. She was like trying to get in the Cayman Islands or something, and her passport for her whatever country she was from didn't work, and she was just like, "Oh, well, they're sending us back. We trusted Google." It's like, well, wake up call. But
I guess I watch a pretentious video essay on it, and report later.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll watch Better Man through YouTuber movie reviews. I've been fixing up my basement, so I'm going to try to work on some more creative stuff. It's been a while since I did something more produced, so I don't know. I don't want it to be too hard where I won't.
That's how I get all my correct movie opinions.
Yeah, there you go. You watch a movie and then you watch a Red Letter Media review and you go, now that's how I actually feel. Sometimes I just watch something so passively. I don't know. I just don't. I'm like, I kind of enjoyed it. And then you like watch a movie review and they're like, this was bad and this was bad. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, no, I don't like it. Yeah. So I'm kind of hesitant to watch movie reviews, like, especially if something I already watched and made an opinion about. I tend to watch movie reviews of movies I haven't watched. Like, it's like, am I going to go watch it? Kind of thing. And that's why I like the spoiler free, I like the spoiler warnings. Because, yeah, if you are giving it a thumbs up or thumbs down, it gives me, yeah, I'll take a chance if it's a thumbs up. If it's a thumbs up, same thing. Like, I don't know. It will slightly, it'll get me to go or not go to the movie.
I watched Pig after RLM made a video about it.
Yeah, me too. Pig had been on my list for a while, but I was like, okay, I saw the review and I was like, I'll watch it. And yeah, what a very entertaining movie. All right, Nicolas Cage. It's not about the pig. One. One. Two. Two.
It was good in the way exactly I expected it to be.
Three. Yeah. Four. Just, it's not what I expected and exactly what I expected at the same time. Three. Four. Four. Five. Five. Six. Six. Seven. Seven. Eight. Eight. And just what a weird thing to, the truffle market. Nine. Nine. 10. 10. 11. 11, almost there. Come on, two more. 12.
Also cool exploration of Pacific Northwest culture.
12, yeah. I feel like a lot of Seattle is like, Microsoft or Nirvana or, music stuff. But just to explore, truffle pig guys as an interesting twist. I like movies that cover something I know nothing about. Like, there's a lot of interesting things out there that I don't even know. Like, I'm sure there's some weird deep sea people that just do it out of the love, People who do things for the love of it, Like truffle pigs, maybe not for the love of it, but, there's a substantial financial gain. But the reason that farmer has the pig that can hunt the truffles is originally from passion, and then truffles blew up or whatever. Which, I've had truffle on things. I don't really know what it does. I go, this thing has truffle, this thing doesn't. People are making more of a stink about the other thing, but I feel like in terms of a strong taste, I don't really know. Maybe I'm uncultured swine, but yeah, things about like rare fish too. The only difference I know is between like tuna and fatty tuna, like the otoro. Like that, you could taste a big difference in. That I get. I get why the fatty tuna is more expensive. It tastes way better. It like melts in your mouth. It's weird. Rare wines. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going down a rabbit hole. To me, $100 is the limit for like a fancy dinner. If you're going past 100, 100's already insane for one meal. But if you're going way past 100 per person, you're just paying for the story that you get to tell your other rich friends or whatever. 100, you get the premium ingredients, you get your wagyu, you get your rare ingredients that you get to experience once. Generally, I find like 30 to 50 is the good amount of fancy that I can be happy with. I can eat that like a couple times a year and be like, ooh, nice. I'm experiencing the foodie life. But yeah, anyway. All right, triceps. Sorry for belly. This is a smaller shirt. Keep the elbows tucked in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we'll do some rows. Kind of superset them a little bit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep my head up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch arms. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! One more of those, and then we're done. Let the heart rate come down.
Hi Jason, CYA, I'm off to watch Best of Salem the Cat compilation from 11 years ago.
Oh, hell yeah. See ya, Bulk. Thanks for dropping in. See ya on Monday. Yeah, tomorrow I'm having a bunch of people over for bad movie watching. I bought a projector and a movie screen, and I turned it into a little bit of a downstairs cinema. So excited to have people over and with all this high def stuff, watch the shittiest movie possible. I don't know what we're gonna watch yet, but taking suggestions for bad movies to watch. I was thinking about watching like Flying Ryan or something. Something that you could really riff on. I feel like Flying Ryan's one of those movies. Because the concept of Flying Ryan is he has shoes that can make him fly. And I think what happened is they picked out a scene. They were like, okay, what would be a cool place for a kid to fly around in? An old abandoned factory. So the climax, I'm spoiling it a little bit, but the climax of the movie takes place in a factory. I think it was honestly too dangerous and they couldn't get the kid. Like, there must have been a myriad of, like, you can't put a kid on wires and swing him around steel equipment. And they're like, really? And they must have thought that they could do it in secret or something. And then, so he's climbing ladders in this factory. He's got the flying shoes on. There's no, it only works in sunlight thing. So you could tell that it was like they had the idea where they're going to be zooping around the factory and all these steel beams and hanging off of different suspension bridges. And then the lawyers came in and shut that shit down. But they still had the location booked. It's very funny, but very disappointing. I screamed when I saw that the factory scene was over and he didn't fly around and do anything. Sorry. Gotta do a captcha. Oh my god. I dropped it right on the thing. Okay. Alright, here we go. Round 2 and then we're done.
Zam didn't realize Beth Broderick from Sabrina the Teenage Witch was such a bad.
Beth Broderick. I don't remember. Is she one of the aunts? I'd know her if I saw a picture, probably. All right, here we go. Triceps. 1, 2.
Yeah,
3.
Jason, I'm not a creep to simp over a teenage witch.
It could have been like somebody, one of the teachers or something. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I had a crush on both of those ants. I was like, ooh. And when Sabrina was, out, she was like a little bit older than me, so I had a crush on Sabrina when I was young. When I was young, don't be canceling me. But yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that aunt of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. They're both, yeah. You had the funny aunt and the hot aunt. And then, I always find it funny, just kind of sad, actually. Why do, like, these great, people's favorite characters from shows, they just never get work again, Like, what did any of those people do after Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Melissa Joan Hart does, like, weird Christian Tubi movies. The funny aunt, I think, got some minor parts. And then Beth Broderick, I guess, I never saw her again.
Kramer said some bad stuff over at the Laugh Factory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nothing for Jason Alexander, baby. Jerry Seinfeld, not really. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, ironically, did the best after the show, I feel like. All right, here we go. She got beat.
Wayne Knight is kinda doing stuff still.
Yeah, Wayne Knight's more of like a character actor, but yeah, still getting weird. And he's like just still looks exactly the same, even after losing a bunch of weight, which is kind of weird, but I guess looking better, feeling healthier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. Last set, and then we're done for the weekend. We get to party. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, there we go. Hey, thank you, Noah. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all the likes. That's it. We're all set for the week. We hit a new record low weight for the year, 257.1. We're trending down. Very exciting. Anyway, have a good weekend. Catch you on Monday. If you're new to the stream, I stream Monday to Friday, weekday mornings. I've been starting at 8. I guess today I started a little bit earlier. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Dairy Bird. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to follow in on the journey, I've lost 30 pounds this year. I'm hoping to lose 30 more. That might be too aggressive. But we're just going to stick to it. Stick to the routine. It's clearly working. Just got to, burn more than I intake. It's just that easy. It's a numbers game. It's a consistency game. To do it healthily, you just got to stick with it. All right. Have a good weekend. See you on Monday. Peace. All right. Have a good weekend, Bulk. See ya.